have nothing to say. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Really, straight into it. Oh.
Swear I saw it. I swear by Ma's grave.
Wait.
$3,000.
Oh, that's not Witcher.
Upfront.
He looks good though, whoever he is. Odia? What?
A friend of yours came through here last month, headed for Temeria.
Friend.
Temeria. Okay.
Another witch.
Oh yes.
Too, and he
What's in
did all-
Temeria?
Do you not just hear me talking?
Shouldn't you know when someone's pretending? Don't judge me. I'll be back with payment in a few days. Point me to Temeria. You can't kill the Kudlak.
Record.
So you decide to kill your king?
Your kind already swindled us once.
I take payment after the job is done. And for a third of the price. An apology.
So are little guys dwarves or just? Like, I'm guessing they're dwarves. They're supposed to be like another species.
Revenge will not ease your pain. You know nothing
In Temeria.
of my pain.
Why isn't he affected? Just because he's a witcher?
Tris Marigold.
Triss.
I serve King Foltest, my coin.
That sounds like an important name.
I don't
Triss
want you to kill the
Marigold.
beast.
Has a ring
I
to it.
want you to help me save it.
Oh, that's different. I like this whole traveling from town to town. Meanwhile, the story is building behind the scenes. It's not one.
If you can tell me what exactly killed these people.
Oh, that's The Witcher. Is it The Witcher? That's The Witcher.
Didn't want the people to know that it bested a witcher.
Yeah, so they. That's why he thought he.
You let them believe that he fled
Yeah,
with that coin.
that's why they thought he ran with them. No, he died. He just died so fast.
Striga.
A
Streak
Striga.
is old wives' tales.
Marilka mentioned him. Mentioned a
Only
Striga.
way to make one is through a curse. Striga's a princess.
Can I do something?
What the hell is that?
I just watch it.
What the hell?
Let me be candid. You are a first draft of what nature intended is. Lucky for you, I am the final artist.
That's the reward, I guess, for all that magic. I thought maybe that they had sacrificed souls to do it or something.
Miss Marigold, you were dispatched to settle a family affair.
If you called off your guards, if we were able to search the abandoned castle, we could find clues as to who cursed her.
Your Highness.
Overcome abortion.
Who is the Striga's father?
Because only a man devoid of all heart could accuse a brother of bedding his murdered sister while urging him to kill her.
Nilfgaard needs correcting. We consider sending someone there with a bit more spine. Stregobor, did you have anyone in mind?
That's gonna be
What
her.
about your hunchback protege?
We agreed. Yennefer would thrive in Aiden.
The only thing Sintra hates more than mages is elves.
Yennefer's of elven blood.
Quarter elf.
She was,
demand an audience with the chapter.
she was ready to go there. She wanted to go to Hades.
I think the chapter overruled you.
Yeah,
Efforts in Sintra prevent the Brotherhood from placing a mage with elven blood in Aiden's court.
she's not allowed to go there. She didn't say, so she's trying to figure out where did I come from. I saw her face. Strigobor had to have that intention, right? Because he just revealed his hand that he had the spy. Because she's gonna figure out where it came from. There's only one person she's been talking to.
You were told to leave Temeria. Why do you care?
You first.
Simple rock.
Foltest and Ada. What happened to them?
Pretty sure Foltest is the father.
Oh shit.
Letters. From Queen Sansia, Foltest and Ada's mother. You served the family for decades.
You think you raped Hedda and cursed the child to cover it up?
Kings have done more for less.
There's only one wrinkle, though. Your scent was on her sheets.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
Once.
I knew it. Something's wrong with him.
What would happen?
Oh, she wasn't dead when you were in the sheets.
I smelled what you were doing.
That's what that smell was.
He seduced Ada, abused his position.
You cursed the woman you loved.
I cursed Foltest, not her. He spoiled Ada with his seed. He refuses to kill this Striga.
Tell them you lied. Say you concocted this slander to gain the favor of your precious rector.
It's too late.
You know everything.
Sorry, I had no way of knowing how the information would be used. Oh, so we're pretending your precious rectress never ordered you to spy on me?
Yeah, you guys are both spying each other.
My world is cruel.
You know victimhood is not your color.
Nor heroism yours.
You're just angry because you lost your chance to be beautiful.
I want to be powerful.
Seen and adored with everyone watching.
Oh,
No amount of power or beauty will ever make you feel
that's what
worthy
that
of either.
was. You'll always be worth 4 marks. You'll never forget that. You can see that look on her face.
Foltest! Leave your sister be.
What?
Show Madame de Vries some respect. Wonderful children, Your Highness. Thank you.
What?
I need time to prepare the herbs.
It won't be necessary.
Don't be foolish. You can't be awake during the procedure.
I can.
Told me to trust you. Will this work? Answer honestly.
I don't know.
Will my daughter be normal?
She'll need special care. All she's ever known is rage and hunger.
Just like Yennefer. He came off as such an asshole at first, where he munched on his food and all that. He's got depths to him.
This isn't my first time trying to save a princess who others see as a monster.
See, as a monster.
What happened to that princess?
She died.
Killed her.
For all it brightens, love casts long shadows.
He was in love with his sister.
How can I lift the curse?
And then I bathed in the lamb's blood until sunrise, until the rooster crowed 3 times. Then, what more can I do?
Nothing. Unless you can keep a streaker out of her crypt until a fucking rooster crows 3 times.
We're in the crypt.
We're gonna have to fight until dawn.
Oh my gosh. What are you? Oh, it's an umbilical cord. Oh
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, what is that?
The poor lady.
Huh! That's what he did. But I bet he's gotta stay in the tower. She's gotta stay in the tower. I'm going inside. Oh, he sealed it. Oh, shit. Oh, I want to see this. I can't wait. I want to see what she looks like. Oh my gosh, it worked. But now she's a feral woman. Oh my gosh, they try to draw comparisons to them. Oh shit. No way. No, no, this is not happening. What the hell's going on? Oh shit. Oh shit, man. It's like some twisted version of Cinderella. She comes walking down the aisle, but...
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
My apologies, Your Excellence. Please allow me to remove this misguided girl.
What sort of a king refuses a dance with one of his subjects? Are you aware that I'm in the market for just such a mage?
You just lost. You're out. You gotta leave the island.
Your will to live is strong.
Princess.
I've arranged for her to stay a while with the Sisters of Melitelli.
Oh, I wanted to see her.
My coin.
So that's all life is to you? Monsters and money.
It's all it needs to be.
There is a vortex of fate around all of us, Geralt, growing with each and every one of our choices.
But they keep shoving you back into it, man. They want you to be a part of something. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna die. Don't do it. What? What's going on? Damn it. Damn it. When are they gonna... Oh, I can't wait for them to meet, man. That was like a freaking movie on its own, man. Any one of these episodes, you know, could be a movie by itself. There's so much going on. I feel as though these episodes should be stretched out a bit more. We need more episodes. 8 is too little for what's going on here. I mean, we kind of rush straight into, you know, they introduce a character and we get rushed straight into what the whole point is really fast. Like with the king and this Foltest and all this stuff. It could have been put out much longer, I feel. This is one show actually needs more time to breathe. There's so much going on. So much. That it's hard to grasp onto it all at once, you know? Trying to, but it's difficult. I love that this episode showed a different side of the monster thing. And this is all about what is a monster and what not. Something like that. But in this episode we got the reverse of that. We've seen so far how someone can pretend to be nice and turn out to be a monster. What we haven't seen is the other side of that, which is the Foltest was made out to be kind of a monster in the beginning, and the other guy, the miners, they keep twisting it around, man. The miner ended up, the miner guys and all that, you know, what was it? The guy from the miner whatever group, he ended up being the real monster. He cursed. What was it? He cursed. See, there's a lot to absorb. I think it was his fault either way. That's why he was left to be killed by the creature. He was in love with Adder, and what happened there? He was in love with Adder, and apparently he cursed Foltest. But what? Foltest ended up sleeping with Adder, his sister, and I guess that's how it spread to her, cursed her, and then what? Something happened. She died or something. It was a lot to take in. She died or something, cursed, and the creature fed off of her womb, eventually crawled out of it as a Striga, and he won't kill it. Is it because it is his daughter after all? It is his daughter of her. It's almost like a metaphor for. It's like a metaphor for. Isn't that what they fear? The incest leads to deformation. The Striga is kind of a representation of that. but I believe he really did love her. And that came out at the end there. I was expecting him to be this big asshole throughout the whole story, and they reversed it, right? Most of the other ones are how nice they were and then became assholes later. This guy started out and looked like an asshole, but he actually became, I think he was a more decent guy than we gave him credit for. The other dude really just hated Foltest. And I don't think he liked competing for Adder's affection. But I think Foltest did love Adder, and they did love each other. It wasn't a rape, like, it didn't sound like it was a rape, like the other guy put it. It sounded like it was in fact consensual, and they actually love each other, but controversial love. So, let me say that again. The king, Foltest fell in love with his sister. The two of them was consensual. They ended up together, but with the other guy who was jealousy reared its ugly head, and he cursed Foltest, but it spread to Adder. She died, and then they had a Striga come out of that. I think part of it, he's unwilling to have it killed, I think, because it is his daughter. Partially, you know? It's part of the reason why he's unable to have it done. I think that was sincere. It makes him a lot more complex, because I didn't see that coming from him. This is major theme in this story about beauty and how it defines us, and you can't deny that is true. It is true that good-looking people can coast through life usually, because people like looking at good-looking people. You know, Hollywood is filled with that. That's just the way things are. This is the way things is. You know, what is considered beautiful to a majority of people will, in fact, be able to climb most ladders pretty damn easily. You know, you can skip. You don't have to have too much skill if you're freaking hot. You can pretty much you'll make it somewhere. No problem. You'll find a way to make it somewhere. You got less problems to deal with. Okay, you know what I mean? Instead of us fat dudes, fat Jabba the Hutts and all that stuff. You know, we gotta work at it a little more. We gotta work on other skills a little bit, or just lose some goddamn weight. You know, whatever. But hey, that does happen to be a thing. You know, so it's a tough. It apparently, you know, in their world, maybe even more so. Maybe, I don't know. Arguably. So, because we saw the price that Yennefer had to pay to get that, but once she did, all the freaking carpet rolled out, the doors opened for her, the king wants to dance with and all that. So are you telling me they didn't want her to be a part of that? No, wait. Was it because of her elf stuff, or was it because she wasn't beautiful? Because it seems like he's now willing to overlook all that elf talk because she looks so hot. I don't think she looks that hot. She still has that chin, the Iron Man chin. I mean, she's got like the iron chin, and she's a bit thick, man. I mean, okay. I mean, but she's kind of built like kind of a big build. But I didn't get that part. I thought she was trying to go for power. I guess it was kind of saying how the two is in one, right? I don't know. They didn't really make much of a deal of it at first, so I don't know. I don't quite. They didn't really establish. I mean, I know that. I mean, no, she doesn't like how she looks and all that stuff, and vanity and all that stuff has really played a part in this. But they didn't really express that, suggest that her beauty, what she looked like, was affecting her magic skills or was preventing her from doing stuff. I don't know. That's what it seemed like to me. Then suddenly she just wants to become beautiful all of a sudden. I don't know. But she's definitely harder than she was. The spine thing and the chin kind of really messed things up. That's completely gone now. But yeah, they were just using each other. Him and that guy just using each other. It looks like there's still a, like Game of Thrones. The guys kind of still seem like the guys rule most of the stuff. The chapter is made up of what appears to be mostly guys, and they seem to have overruled anything that the lady could do, right? And then Yennefer talked about how the world she's born into is cruel and all that stuff, and I have to lose wrinkles to get there. You don't have to do anything. Yeah. That's definitely what they were saying. So I guess they all have to go through that procedure or something. Well, I guess her more than most have to do like a big. I mean, she had to do some major dolling up to get to the king's area. I thought it was because I thought it was. I had the impression that the witches made themselves look beautiful because if you have the ability to do it, why wouldn't you, right? But it looks more like they do it to get ahead in that world, which is very much how it works. They're drawing parallels to real life. You know what I mean? Okay, we got that king, that stuff. Yeah, this could have been its own movie. There was so much going on, so many little things happening there. Beautiful. What was the king saying? Oh yeah. And Trish Marigold. That seems like a person who's gonna be around, right? That name sounds familiar. She asked the because he did it. This was personal for him. He didn't do this for money. And she asked, well, what was the princess to him? And I realized that was Renfri. That was his. Seems like I can't tell. I don't think it was a spell. I think that he regrets what he did to Renfri. We had to kill her. He regrets it. I thought maybe she was coming back, but maybe she's just his endless regret. This thing that he. That's actually really sad. That was not the only episode she was in. He regretted his decision and has to live with it for the rest of his life. So when he sees this princess, he sees a very similar. It's a parallel to what happened to him with her, right? This girl everyone perceives as a monster, but really is a victim of all kinds of horrible things that have happened, and he wants to make the right decision. So it's like now he's living his life trying to make up for what happened back then. Oh, the bard's gone. I just realized the bard didn't come with him. Okay, yeah. I found him a little annoying. But towards the end, he got better. But, okay. He was trying to make up for his past mistake, what he felt was a mistake. So we know where his heart lies, and he didn't feel it was real. He didn't feel that it was right. But they're slowly building up a story in the background here. But what's amazing about this series is every one of these episodes so far could have been its own story. They keep going into the whole more you know, the moral side, the moral quality of all this. Who is right and who is wrong. There is no right and there is no wrong. Everybody is so many shades of all kinds of grayish gray. And there's no way to tell sometimes. You know, he's just trying to stay above it all. He reminds me of Guts in Berserk. Another character who wanders the land and tries his best to stay out of anything. But just can't help but find himself at the center of all the controversy. You watch, you know, he can't help it. He keeps trying to avoid everything around him. But as he does all these missions and does his Witcher thing, people keep coming up to him and telling him his destiny is elsewhere, right? Renfrew tells him about Sevilla, and this lady's telling him, Trish, another witch kind of candle, telling him about the, you know, telling him about that your destiny is with other people and stuff like that. Yeah. You know he's gonna eventually run into it somehow. He can't help it. He can't help but he can't help but he's yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. There's something to that. This world is filled with horrifying, horrible things, and they don't always have, you know, 4 legs and giant claws, teeth and claws and stuff. Some of them are human. Sometimes the humans are worse. But then you run into someone like Photos. I didn't think he was such a bad guy. I guess in this world, sometimes you run into allies in the strangest of places. I wonder if Photos will come back. He seemed like he said he envied the Witcher. You know, maybe he has he saw that, you know, he will have the Witcher will be in his. He owes the Witcher now. But he needs to pay him back. Maybe he'll come back at some point. And I wonder if we'll ever see that I wonder if we'll ever see the Striga daughter uncursed again. I wanted to see her again, but I guess we got enough of her. We got the point that she's still a ferocious feral animal, but hopefully she'll be able to change one day. But I can see that yeah. Well, that was sad. That was so pathetic to watch the first Witcher just die. Wow, he didn't prepare at all, did he? Did not prepare. But it showed that the witches are vulnerable, so they're not completely invincible to everything that comes at them. Because he made it look like he was invincible, but no, they do have vulnerabilities. I gotta get some peaches. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. I think this one, especially this one, could have been a movie of its own. These episodes act like little mini stories of their own, but with actual depth and really complex stuff going on that I can't even absorb all in one sitting. I usually think about this stuff when I'm in the bathroom or something. I take a shower, you know, walking around the mall, and then suddenly it'll come to me. You know, walking in my room, just walking the garden, and suddenly that's when I'll start to figure all these things out. But yeah, that's for episode 3. Thanks for watching. It's heavy stuff, guys. Heavy stuff. Oh, okay. One more thing. The price he had to pay for the beauty is that worth it? Would you do that? I mean, would you do that? I feel like people are gonna be asking that question. It's not too much like talking about plastic surgery, you know. It'll open up doors for you if it works right. This guy is a miracle worker because it wasn't about. I mean, plastic surgery doesn't usually look this good. He freaking rearranged your spine with some kind of crazy magic shit. Imagine going through that. Oh man, your whole body's probably on fire from pain because you're back. You can't even relax. That's why she had to get up because the pain from the spine being realigned must have been intense. Must have been something worse than anything you've ever seen before. But she knew at the end of it, it would be worth it for what she's gonna get, and so she kept doing it, you know. But you know, people pay that price for beauty all the time, so it's not too far fetched, is it? And they I like how it was interesting how they paralleled it. They made a parallel of that to the other girl who they were like both monsters becoming beautiful, you know, again, back to restored beauty. Not restored beauty, but they both were like healed monsters in their own way or whatever. But I wonder how Yennefer's gonna play into this. Is Yennefer gonna be on Witcher's side, or is she an enemy? Because she seems very devious, she's very dangerous. She's got power now, and she's got the beauty to go with it. And we know that she has no good desire whatsoever. She's gonna use people like anybody else does. Her intention is entirely, she's going on a dark path, you know. I don't know where she's gonna land, but they have expressed that her emotions kind of rule her, so she's gonna let the chaos out eventually, I think. I don't know, or maybe we need Geralt to tame her. Don't know. I don't know where that's going yet. I don't know where that's going. Okay, well, that's it. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and then Sevilla walked into the woods. It's like a call, like a siren call was luring her into the woods. And Dower tried to save it, man. He got shot. I didn't see him die though. But whatever happened, someone was calling her into those goddamn woods. Was that? I couldn't tell. That wasn't Tamara, was it? It looked like the kind of woods, but the woods not nearly as big as it was in Tamara. But it was that snowy area and all that. Anyway, either way, no matter how far he seems to not even have, he seems to have ignored that call about Sevilla, and is just kind of moving on his own path. But you know, somehow at some point he's gonna have to make a detour and run into her somehow. I feel like he has to be the choice though. He's not going to run into her by accident at this point. He has to actually make a decision to do something about it. Change his faith, you know? She's going to give him something to fight for. Alright, I know that. Alright, next episode. I'll see you guys. See you next episode.